Hello friends, what's going on? Deadline day drama, that's right, DDD. It's happening, doomsday. The transfer window will slam shut, as it often does. Today, at 11 PM I think it will be. Chelsea have made loads of moves in the transfer market this window, believe it or not. That's right, one big notable incoming in Romelu Lukaku, but thousands of exits from the roster, which is really important, and more to report on today. But also, there could be late drama. There could be, whether it's a high-profile exit, ooh la la, or perhaps a defender, or perhaps a midfielder. Though, it would not be Eduardo Camavinga, who of course has been confirmed to go to Real Madrid only yesterday by Fabrizio Romano. This transfer window is mental, by the way. I'm not going to reel through the players, but when Messi and Ronaldo have moved in the same window, and then you've got, your Lukaku's, your Sancho's, your Varane's, it's a crazy window. It's absolutely scintillating and exciting. More stuff to talk about today. I will talk about or speculate on whether a midfielder could come in. Jules Kounde, could it be revitalised late doors? And could Chelsea pull something out of the bag, which they often can do on deadline day? It's happened before. They can do it again. Let me just move the camera slightly. Also, Callum Hudson-Odoi. Dortmund, loan. Can it still happen? Also, a Premier League team have tried to buy outright Callum Hudson-Odoi. It was reported to be Leicester City, but some things are the Athletic have gone against that. We've got a lot to read into today. I'm going to be covering deadline day all day. I've got a couple of things to do, but if I can, I'll make videos when news leaks, so make sure you keep it locked to Football Therapy, subscribe. Press the bell notifications icon so you are you're the first to be updated when some news breaks. You can achieve that by subscribing or by hitting the bell notifications icon. Drop a like to show some love if you want to, and of course consider following me on Instagram for those exclusive nudes. Alright then, let's start. Let's have a look at Chelsea's website. First and foremost, Bakayoko returns to Italy on loan. This is a good move. He's still a relatively highly rated player, but he's going on a 2-year loan, which is pretty incredible, actually. I think he signed a new deal for 3 years, or a 3-year extension, and he's going to Milan for 2 years to join up with Olivier Giroud and, of course, Fikayo Tomori. So a lot of Chelsea going on over there. He had played for them before. This is a good move for everyone involved. Chelsea, Thomas Tuchel seemingly had no interest in Tomori Bakayoko, even though a few people thought in pre-season, big combative midfielder, once highly rated. Who knows? Maybe, but you know what? No, not interested at all. Also, Danny Drinkwater, for his final year as a Chelsea player, has gone to Reading on loan, probably to absolve 30% of his wages. Do you know what I mean? And Chelsea will that's me pulling out a figure out of nowhere. But Chelsea have completely cut their losses with Danny Drinkwater. They will make a gargantuan loss on him. I think they spent 35 million. They'll just pay him 100k a week for 5 years. The odd loan here and there to help get his wages off the books. But that's it. That will genuinely go down as one of the most tragic transfers for Chelsea Football Club in terms of a business investment. He's behaved poorly at clubs, Drinkwater, he got drunk in fights and stuff. But, he apparently he's a good crack around the training pitch. He's supportive of the players. He's social, and he always turned up to training. He's won the Premier League in the best. Remember when he won the fairy tale? It was a fairy tale Premier League. It was a fairy tale story, and he was an integral player next to Kante. So that's good. Also, Dujon Sterling has a loan move in the Championship to Blackpool. That's probably good for the youngster. Actually looked quite good in pre-season for Thomas Tuchel playing for Chelsea. So let's get to some more juicy stuff. I do have an extract from The Athletic talking about where Chelsea are on deadline day so far. I'm going to go through that and just show you the Chelsea extract, and also, of course, I'd urge you to go check out The Athletic. It's behind a paywall, and I will drop a link to the column down in the description. But first, let's take a look at what Fabrizio Romano is saying here regarding Jules Kounde. Chelsea had a complicated and tense day for Jules Kounde. This was obviously yesterday on the 30th. It's the 31st today, deadline day. 10th day for Jules Kounde negotiations with Sevilla. Deal on the verge of collapsing many times, but today Chelsea will try again with final approach. Sevilla are so strong on their position. Saul deal now completely blocked. Interesting. So no midfielder from Atletico Madrid. That seems completely dead in the water, where perhaps some people thought there was still a chance. I reported a couple of days ago that it was done, it was finished, but there were some suggestions that perhaps it could be revitalised yesterday, and seemingly that's not the case now. Fabrizio Romano confirming Saul, the deal is now dead. Jules Kounde is an interesting one because, in the words of Simon Johnson of The Athletic, Sevilla were moving the goalposts. There was an understanding between Chelsea and Sevilla that agreement could be made for a certain fee, and then when perhaps Sevilla saw Chelsea sold Zuma for 30 million, they added 15 million euro onto the price, which, if there's nothing on a contract, all's fair in love and war, I suppose. But it's not a good vibe. As Harry Kane would say, you obviously broke the gentleman's agreement, and Chelsea are left frustrated. Not least, Jules Kounde has been left very, very frustrated because he wanted the move to Chelsea, desperate for it, in fact, quoted as buzzing for the move to come play for the champions of Europe, and had agreed a 5-year deal with Chelsea Football Club. He will be feeling frustrated, of course. He's not been playing for Sevilla. He wants the move to Chelsea. They'll try and get something done. I think I mentioned in yesterday's news video that this could potentially be a sort of game of chicken. They found out Chelsea have got more money and are also down a defender because Zuma's gone, so they were like, well, they need to pay the money now, don't they? And Chelsea are probably thinking, no, we're not getting taken for a ride here. We've got Trevor Chalobah and stuff, have him if you want, and we'll come back when you have to, we'll come back in January or next summer where you'll have to get less anyway because the contract's running down. We'll see what happens there. There's still a chance this deal gets done today, which of course is very, very exciting. And if you want to be the first to know any information, of course, subscribe and drop, you don't have to drop a like for that. Hit the bell notifications icon, but yeah, feel free to drop a like to show your sweet loving support in the dark, dingy abyss of the YouTube algorithm, where I need people to drop likes to find me. Alright, let's talk about Callum Hudson-Odoi. Check out this article on The Athletic. Here we go. Hudson-Odoi's future at Chelsea. Callum Hudson-Odoi is hoping to secure a loan move away from Chelsea, with Borussia Dortmund among clubs looking to secure his signature. Hudson-Odoi reported for pre-season training, committed to stay at Chelsea, and had been reassured that the club were not looking to let him go either. Let's just quickly talk about that. Remember, Hudson-Odoi was the first to turn up to pre-season training. He had been using a personal trainer all summer to get into the best shape of his life, and that was coaches at Chelsea confirming he's in incredible shape, he looks amazing. So he put in all the effort, all the work, and I don't think Chelsea are rejecting him in any way. I think Tuchel appreciates that and would utilise him as a sort of rotational backup winger, rotational backup attacker. Good to have in your squad, especially high quality like Hudson-Odoi, when you've got a long season. Something you don't just want to randomly get rid of. But understandably, from the player's perspective, he needs to play. He's at this point of his career now. He's been around since he was 17. He's 21, so he's high profile. He's had the dramas of Bayern Munich. He's been, in the papers with controversy and stuff. He's gone through the ringer. He's been enduring the footballer's life. And now he wants to, do his thing, He wants to emulate what Jadon Sancho has done in terms of putting up numbers. He's good enough. He's certainly talented enough. And he's really, really highly rated by German football. Bayern Munich really tried to get him, and Borussia Dortmund really want him. They would have liked to buy him, but they probably can't afford him. So they'd certainly like to loan him for this campaign, and you could understand from Jadon's perspective, Jesus, from Callum's perspective, why this is a good move, or certainly appealing move. And, it doesn't mean he wants to leave Chelsea. It means he wants to go and play at a good team and come back to Chelsea, right? Surely. However, the England international has not played a minute since starting the UEFA Super Cup final, which, is a glorified friendly, whichever way you look at it, earlier this month, and is hoping to get first-team football elsewhere this season. Chelsea coach Coach Thomas Tuchel is wary about letting him go, however, especially if the club do not sign anyone else before the window shuts. Like I said, for the aforementioned reasons, Thomas Tuchel would utilise Callum Hudson-Odoi. Sources in Germany suggest Dortmund are wary of paying too much in loan fees and wages to complete a deal for the winger, who is paid a base rate of 120k a week. Obviously, he signed that whopping big contract. Frank Lampard convinced him to put pen to paper, saying, the academy boys are playing, it's a party here at Chelsea. Chelsea want you, don't go to Bayern, we'll give you 120k a week, which is a lot of money. He signed. So that suggests also Chelsea would want them to pay his wages, obviously, but also there'd be a loan fee involved as well, because he runs down his contract for a year, and that has, monetary value. If it totals £10 million, then it will not take place. Others indicate that finances aren't the issue as far as Dortmund are concerned, but the delay is being caused by Chelsea's reluctance, and of course, like we've just said, Thomas Tuchel has every reason to want to keep Callum Hudson-Odoi. There is no option for a permanent transfer in Dortmund's plan for a loan deal, and Hudson-Odoi has been promised game time in his preferred left wing role as part of the switch. Interesting, because he's right-footed, he likes cutting in, he wants to be an attacker, he doesn't want to be a wing-back, even though he's played as both a left wing-back and a right wing-back. If anything, that just shows how versatile and trusted he actually is in Thomas Tuchel's side. But getting to play his preferred left wing role at Borussia Dortmund, lest we forget as well, linking up with one Erling Braut Haaland and, scoring goals and making assists for that absolute monster. Sounds appealing, right? It has also been reported that Leicester City have made an inquiry about the permanent signing, but The Athletic have been assured this isn't the case. Probably they have made contacts to Leicester. Another top 6 English club has expressed their interest, and talks are ongoing with other English sides. Wow. What a line to finish it. A top 6 English club has expressed interest. Talks are ongoing for Callum Hudson-Odoi. Look, how do we feel about this? Certainly, he's very, very talented. I've said this so many times with Football Therapy over the months and probably years now. I watched his debut. I watched him score his first goal at Stamford Bridge, and he got an assist as well. I was with my mates who aren't Chelsea fans, and they were, standing up, applauding as well. He was magnificent as like a 17-year-old that day. He's an incredible young player. He's a Chelsea academy boy. He used to rip it up through all academy levels. I don't want to see him go, more than, I love Tammy Abraham. He was great, but for me, it would sting a lot more to see Callum Hudson-Odoi go, purely because I know he's got this elite natural ability, I don't want to see that go. So it's very, very interesting to hear there's other top 6 English clubs in for Callum Hudson-Odoi. Let me know what you think, guys. Lots can still happen from the stuff we've seen today in this video. Jules Kounde could still happen. Who knows? Maybe a midfielder could happen. Callum Hudson-Odoi could still go somewhere. But positive news is we've made a lot of exits. We've cleared the team sheet up a little bit, which is really, really important. Let me know your thoughts. Comment down below on pretty much anything in the transfer window that I've spoken about today. And basically keep it locked, because I'm going to be doing videos throughout the day whenever stuff happens and we get notified of information, and I'll give you my opinion and we can start up the conversation down into the comment section below. So that's it from me. Enjoy the football, and I'll see you very soon.